Welcome to the European Association for Higher Education Advancement's YouTube and podcast channel. You know, we love a good deep dive here, and today we're diving into something that really caught my eye.
Oh, yeah.
Workplace perks.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically the idea that there might be perks out there that people actually value more than free food.
Whoa.
I know it sounds crazy, right?
It does raise an eyebrow, doesn't it? Free food is a classic for a reason.
Right.
It's almost a universal language of appreciation in the workplace.
Yeah.
But let's see what this research from the European Association for Higher Education Advancement,
EAEA.
the EAE, has to say.
Okay, so the EAEE,
Yeah.
they're focused on education quality.
Right.
What's interesting to me is that maybe they're coming at this from a different angle than, say, a tech company
Yeah.
known for its fully stocked snack bar.
Interesting.
They're thinking about motivation and well-being in a space where people are driven by a passion for learning and development.
That's a great observation.
Yeah.
Their perspective could offer some unique insights. So which perk tops their list as a potential rival to the beloved free food?
Get this, massages.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know about you, but that's a perk I could definitely get behind.
I can see the appeal, especially in considering the typical office environment.
Right.
We're talking about people who spend hours sitting at desks, often leading to
yeah?
back pain, neck tension, even headaches.
Yeah.
A regular massage could be a game changer in terms of employee health and well-being.
It's not just about feeling good, though, right?
Right.
There's actual research that shows massage therapy can reduce cortisol levels.
Oh, wow.
That's the stress hormone.
Okay.
Less stress often translates to increased focus, creativity, and productivity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And from a company standpoint, reduced stress and improved health can lead to fewer sick days and a more engaged workforce.
For sure.
That's a win-win situation.
Speaking of wins,
Yeah.
the next perk on the EAE's list focuses on how companies view their employees' time.
Okay.
Events planned during work hours.
Mm.
Now, I've definitely been to those after-work company events that feel more like an obligation than a perk.
I think we've all been there.
Right.
You're already mentally checked out for the day, and suddenly you're expected to rally for a social event.
Exactly.
It can feel like an encroachment on your personal time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But holding events during the workday sends a different message.
I see.
It's like the company is saying, we value your time, and we want you to enjoy this experience without having to sacrifice your personal life.
It's a subtle but significant shift in perspective.
Yeah.
And it speaks volumes about the company's respect for work-life balance.
Okay, ready for perk number 3?
Yeah, bring it on.
This one's a popular one, gym memberships. I know I could use one, especially after indulging in all that free food we were just talking about.
There you go, connecting it back to the initial debate.
Uh-huh.
But on a serious note, gym memberships or fitness stipends are more than just a nice perk.
Right.
They're a tangible investment in employee health and well-being.
It's like the company saying, we want you to be healthy both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
And let's be real, who doesn't appreciate saving money on a gym membership?
Not to mention the benefits of exercise stress reduction, improved mood, increased energy levels.
Yes.
These all have a direct impact on work performance.
Absolutely.
It's a smart investment for both the employee and the employer.
And speaking of things that impact work performance, the EAA brings up a perk that's become increasingly important in our always connected world, work-life balance.
Okay.
I think this one goes beyond just a perk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a necessity for a lot of people.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Work-life balance is no longer a nice to have. It's a deal breaker for many job seekers, especially in younger generations.
It's about having the autonomy to manage your work and personal life in a way that works for you.
Yes,
Not just cookie-cutter policies, but real flexibility.
precisely.
Right.
And the EAA highlights a range of options that fall under this umbrella.
Like what?
Reduced summer hours, compressed work weeks, flexible telecommuting policies,
wow.
even sabbaticals.
Nice.
These are all ways to give employees more control over their time and schedules.
And when you think about the EHA's focus on education,
Yeah,
you can see how this ties into their mission.
sure.
Teachers, for example, are notoriously susceptible to burnout.
Right.
Offering better work-life balance can help retain talented educators and improve the overall quality of education.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
It highlights how these perks can ripple outwards,
Yeah.
benefiting not just the individual employee, but also the larger community.
Okay, last but not least, we have a perk that's sure to elicit some strong opinions.
Oh, boy.
Pet-friendly offices.
Okay.
I'm a dog person myself, so I'm all in on this one.
Well, this is where we start to see how individual preferences can really come into play.
Right.
Well, some people might dream of bringing their furry companions to work.
Yeah.
Others might have allergies.
Oh!
Or simply prefer a pet-free workspace.
That's fair. I guess it's all about creating a workplace that caters to the diverse needs and preferences of its employees.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But for those who do enjoy having pets around,
Right.
there are undeniable benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Pets can reduce stress, boost morale,
Okay.
and even encourage interaction between colleagues who might not otherwise chat.
I can see that.
It can create a more relaxed and welcoming atmosphere.
I love that instant happiness injected into the office.
Huh?
And hey, if we're talking perks that are better than free food,
Yeah.
why not throw in some free pet food too? Just kidding.
I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
Though maybe not the pet food.
Right.
But the bigger point is that these perks are about more than just the superficial benefit.
Okay.
They're a reflection of a company's values and how they view their employees.
That's a great point.
Yes.
It's not just about the perk itself, it's about what it symbolizes.
Yeah.
A company that offers massages or flexible work arrangements is saying, we care about your well-being both inside and outside of work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that kind of message can resonate much more deeply with employees than a free slice of pizza.
So what do you think? Are we starting to see why the EAA might argue that these perks can be more valuable than free food?
I think they've made a compelling case,
Okay.
but I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Of these 5 perks, which ones stand out to you the most and why?
For me, it's the work-life balance perks that really resonate.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm at a point in my life where flexibility and autonomy are so important.
I hear that.
But I also think it reflects a broader shift in how we view work.
Yeah.
It's no longer about just putting in your time at the office.
Here.
It's about finding a balance that allows you to thrive both personally and professionally.
I think you've hit on something really important.
Yeah.
The traditional 9-to-5 workday model is becoming increasingly outdated.
Yeah.
People have different needs and priorities. And a company that recognizes that and offers flexibility is going to have a significant advantage in attracting and retaining top talent.
It's about trusting employees to manage their own time and workload
Right.
and empowering them to create a schedule that works for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that trust and empowerment can lead to greater job satisfaction, increased productivity, and a stronger sense of loyalty to the company.
It's a win-win situation for everyone involved.
Definitely.
And it's interesting to think about how this ties back to the EASO's focus on education.
Yeah, for sure.
If educators have more flexibility and control over their schedules, it could potentially reduce burnout and lead to a more engaged and energized teaching force.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that employees are not just cogs in a machine,
Right.
but individuals with lives and responsibilities outside of work.
Mm-hmm.
And when those lives are respected and accommodated, it creates a much more positive and productive work environment.
It's about creating a culture of respect, trust, and mutual benefit.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah.
And I think that culture shift is becoming increasingly important in today's world, where people are looking for more than just a paycheck.
Right.
They're looking for purpose, meaning, and a sense of belonging.
And a company that can provide that through its work environment and its perks is going to be a magnet for top talent.
Speaking of attracting talent, I think it's worth mentioning that these perks can also have a positive impact on a company's bottom line.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Happy and fulfilled employees tend to be more productive and engaged.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
When employees feel valued and supported, they're more likely to go above and beyond to be creative and innovative and to stick around for the long haul.
So investing in employee well-being is not just the right thing to do. It's also a smart business strategy.
Precisely.
Okay.
It's a shift from a short-term transactional mindset to a long-term relational approach. And in the long run, that approach pays dividends.
This has been such a fascinating conversation.
Yeah, it really has.
I'm really starting to see perks in a whole new light.
It's not just about free stuff.
Right.
It's about creating a work environment that supports and empowers employees to be their best selves.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing the human element in the workplace and creating a culture where everyone feels valued, respected, and inspired.
What are your final thoughts on this deep dive into workplace perks?
I think the EAA's research raises some really important questions about what we prioritize in the workplace.
Okay.
It challenges us to look beyond the superficial and to think about the deeper needs and desires of employees.
And it encourages us to reimagine the traditional workplace model,
Yeah.
and to create a more balanced, sustainable, and fulfilling work experience for everyone.
It's about creating a work culture that benefits not just the individual, but the community and society as a whole.
What stands out to you as the most valuable takeaway for our listener?
What's fascinating to me is how these perks, especially those focused on well-being and work-life balance, tie into the EAA's mission of promoting quality education. It suggests that a holistic approach to employee well-being can have a ripple effect impacting not just the individual, but also the larger systems they're a part of.
That's a really insightful observation.
Yeah.
It shows that these perks are not just about creating a happier workforce. They're about creating a better world.
Exactly. And that's a message worth spreading.
Okay.
So to our listener, I would say this.
Yeah.
Think about what truly matters to you in the workplace.
Okay.
What perks would make you feel valued, supported, and inspired to do your best work?
And don't be afraid to advocate for those perks.
Right.
The workplace is evolving,
Yeah.
and companies are starting to recognize the importance of creating a work environment that meets the needs of a diverse and dynamic workforce.
It's an exciting time to be rethinking the future of work.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that by prioritizing well-being, flexibility, and purpose, we can create a work experience that is both rewarding and fulfilling for everyone.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I have one final question for our listener.
Okay.
What kind of workplace culture do you envision for yourself and future generations of workers?
What steps can you take both individually and collectively to create a work experience that is not just tolerable, but truly joyful and meaningful?
It's a question worth pondering,
Yeah.
and I hope this deep dive has given you some food for thought.
Please don't forget to follow the European Association for Higher Education Advancement on YouTube and social media.
It's amazing how much ground we've covered in this deep dive.
It really is.
I started out thinking, okay, what could possibly be better than free food?
Right.
But now, after exploring these perks and connecting them to the EE's focus on education,
Yeah.
I'm seeing the bigger picture.
It's about shifting the focus from superficial benefits to a deeper understanding of what motivates and fulfills us as human beings.
Right.
And for an organization like the EEA, that understanding is crucial.
It's like that saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day.
Yeah.
Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. In this case, it's more like give an employee free snacks and they'll be happy for an afternoon. Create a work environment that supports their well-being and growth, and they'll be engaged and fulfilled for years to come.
That's a fantastic analogy.
Thanks.
And it highlights how these perks can become a catalyst for a more sustainable and fulfilling work experience.
The EACA's article mentioned sabbaticals as a potential perk.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a perfect example of a benefit that goes beyond immediate gratification and invests in long-term growth.
Sabbaticals are a powerful tool for personal and professional development.
Right.
They allow employees to step away from the day-to-day demands of work, to recharge, to explore new interests, and to return to their roles with fresh perspectives and renewed energy.
It's an investment in the employee's future and ultimately an investment in the company's future as well.
Exactly. It's a recognition that employees are not static entities.
Right.
They're constantly evolving and growing. And a company that supports that growth will reap the rewards in the form of a more engaged, creative, and innovative workforce.
What I find particularly interesting is how this all connects back to the EA's mission of promoting quality education.
Yeah, for sure.
If educators are supported and empowered to thrive both personally and professionally,
Right.
it stands to reason that they'll be better equipped to inspire and educate their students.
It's a beautiful cycle.
Yeah.
When we invest in the well-being of individuals, it has a ripple effect that extends outward, impacting families, communities, and even society as a whole.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into workplace perks,
Yeah,
I think we can safely say that it's about more than just free food or fancy office amenities.
I think so.
It's about creating a work culture that values human well-being, growth, and fulfillment.
It's about recognizing that work is not just a means to an end, but an integral part of our lives.
Right.
And by creating a work environment that is both rewarding and fulfilling,
Yeah.
we can unlock the potential of individuals and organizations alike.
And that's a truly exciting prospect. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and be sure to check out the EAHA's work for even more insights on creating a fulfilling and inspiring work experience.